Ideas Inspired Information Podcast powered by Lok Enterprise. Here's your host, Braxton Holley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Ideas Inspired Information. Glad to have you with us. And today we have with us
Ashley.
Hey Ashley, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Take us a quick dive into what you do and how you got there.
Okay, so I'm really in the healthcare field. I work with clerical administration. I did a lot of Epic training. I trained a lot of doctors on the new system that they have in the hospitals and stuff like that. I got into it through my mom. She worked at Grady, and that's what made me work for Grady. And she did a lot of Epic stuff, and I just kind of went up under her.
Great. With that being said, it's our standard signature question.
Before you do that, I'm going to elaborate a little bit.
Do it with your chest, not your breast.
So, Epic, when you say that's like for nurses, doctors, the system they use that they are kind of like put in notes or
what is that specifically?
Send minutes through.
That's their whole thing.
Yeah,
their whole system.
Like
they can't do anything without Epic. They wouldn't be able to
film
chart.
scores,
They wouldn't be able to get vitals. They wouldn't be able to, do refills. So they wouldn't be able to do.
You control Google for all the doctors. That's
I had to learn. I had to and I didn't go and become because you gotta be Epic certified. I didn't go and become Epic certified or anything like that. My mom just helped me out a lot. I took her books.
Yeah.
I snuck in her classes. I did a lot of that stuff, and then built up my resume on it, and Grady kind of hooked me up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll run that back real quick. What idea inspired that information for you?
What idea inspired what information?
For you
Grady?
Yes.
For me to go to Grady?
Yes.
My mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mom.
Okay.
She's like, my mom.
Right? I'm like, I said no. My mom. She was big in healthcare.
Yeah.
Before that, she was crazy. I don't even know how she got there and before that, she used to be a bus driver in New York. Then it went to social services. Then went to something with truckers. And then
dispatch.
Yeah. Then jumped all the way to Grady. Just went straight to Grady. And she was a patient access rep first, so just the patient that you the person you see gets you registered, and then she just jumped to Epic. And when she was telling me about Epic and all the opportunities and all the possibilities with it, I kind of just went up under her and ran through it.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Our whole point of this episode is to kind of give people a little insight on the background and kind of behind the scenes stuff that goes on in doctors, offices, clinics, or even online. You know what I mean? So is there anything that sticks out in your mind that kind of is like, don't nobody know about this, but they need to know about this? You know what I mean? For instance, for me, I hate insurance. I work in a PT clinic, and I see every day that some patients are getting discharged because they run out of visits that probably need those visits. And then that same day you have a patient who's gotten 20 visits added on to his program who probably don't even need it. You know what I mean?
Insurance is bullshit. But also you got to look into it. People just get insurance. They don't They don't look at their benefits. They don't look at everything and stuff like that. They just, I got insurance, and then be like, okay, well, your copay is $110. What? It doesn't say this on this card. Well, did you read your explanation of benefits? Did you see that you got a high ass deductible and you got to meet that before then you got to meet your out of pocket, and then after that your visits are free. It's a lot of stuff that you got to do, and a lot of people don't know that.
You definitely do have to do your due diligence.
Exactly. Because you can work for a place like who I work for, and then they just Cigna. Period. That's what we doing. Cigna. That's our insurance and stuff like that. I came from Blue Cross, and now I'm doing Cigna. I could have been like, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna just go find me some private insurance, do it on my own and get my own healthcare insurance and stuff like that. But I looked at their package, I looked at their benefits and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, Cigna ain't bad. I'm good. Y'all got a good package with them. But some jobs don't. Some jobs will give we getting this little basic ass Cigna package. Y'all deductible is high. Y'all co-pays is $80. People will choose the Cause you get choices. They'll be like, okay, you can get basic, you can get high, you can get premium and stuff like that. People get the basic knowing like, I'm not sick, I don't get sick often. All I need is one visit a year and stuff like that. But then when you fuck around and get sick, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, like your insurance ain't paying for shit because you got that low, that low deductible. Everything's coming from us, so it's a lot.
So, Ashley, I think you may have kind of changed my thinking on insurance a little bit. Like, I still hate it. I still think it's like the death of healthcare. But I feel like I kind of get like people do kind of set themselves up sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? By not doing their research, just picking that basic package, thinking like, I'm good.
I mean, it's plenty of times that they come there for a physical. Like your insurance pays for one free physical a year, and they come in there and they're like, oh yeah, let me pay my copayment. I'm like, it's a physical, but I could have took your money. Exactly. I could have took it because you don't know that you get one free a year. Like you don't know that because you didn't look into it. So with insurance, I'm kind of on the fence with it. Like I understand it, and sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, y'all be kind of, and then it's all different. Like I just had to call the insurance company the other day that this lady doing virtual visits. And, I don't know what she does. I think she was in the school system. But her insurance is covering her virtual visits until the end of this month. Really? I've been charging this lady because I didn't know. I've been charging her. So we had to refund her because I was just like, well, I ain't know. I had to call the insurance and be like, so what y'all doing? They was like, oh, yeah, she's an employee. So we doing it. Just call us next month to see if we still, extended or whatever like that. But I was charging her because I ain't know. I was like, I didn't get none of these updates, what's going on and who's not charging who for.
Do you feel like it's a lot of, information in the healthcare system that people don't know because they haven't told them, or is it because you think people don't just research it?
Oh, no. I think both. It could be both. Like, a lot of people don't, when I first got into it, I didn't know about all, medications and stuff like that. I didn't know deep into it. I was just like, okay, your doctor prescribed medicine, bam, take it and stuff like that. I didn't know oh, this pretty girl came up here with a nice cute outfit on and was pushing her drugs to the doctor. Oh, I got this Tylenol right here, that blase, and then the doctor's like, oh, okay, bet, I want your Tylenol. Here, I'm gonna go prescribe it to 5 of my patients. And it's like, hold up, did you do some research? Did you see this? Or this sexy girl came in here in the dress and you was just like, I'm gonna buy your product. Stuff like that. So, cause and then it's crazy because you see the commercials online. Stop taking this, and this causes that. And then you go to the doctor. I was working in the cardiology department. They was prescribing all that stuff. And it's like, okay, what are we, is it not good? Is it good? Because the TV's telling us this, but then you're like, no, it's helping, so it's a lot of misinformation. Everybody is misinformed.
And when you add money into the mix,
exactly. So it is a lot. And, even to the point that, pushing patients away, not even if they didn't have insurance and stuff like that, but just because they running late for their appointment. And you well, I really need to be seen. And they like, okay, but your appointment was at this time. Bye. You can't be seen. Stuff like that bothers me too, because it's I understand, but if this was your mom, if this was your sister, dying right here, needing something, y'all would be like, oh, no, I gotta help this lady. I hate a lot of, also, another thing I don't like, VIP patients. People that, if Will Smith came in here today, he can get a doctor's, appointment right there. Y'all gonna check everything and stuff like that. But if I came in here today and I need to visit because I'm sick, they make an appointment. What? Yeah. That's not fair. Yeah, exactly. I don't like that. And we got a lot of VIP patients.
Does when you were saying that people come late and then they just don't see you, why? I've always wondered this. Do they not push the next person up in time if they're there? And then refill the spot, or they just
no, because most of the time that person's not there. That's they not there because my appointment at 2:00. I ain't coming up there at 1:30. Yeah. They not really there. Now another thing, if I was to look at the schedule and I was like, okay, you late, but we do have a slot at 3. Maybe I could push you there, but. Fuck around and do that. Doctor might get mad. I had something to do. You okay. Right. Are you not a doctor? Yeah. Are you not here to see your patients? Yeah. Okay. So it's just we all human. But, certain people, police, we all human, but y'all can't be killing people. Y'all supposed to be better than that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
doctors, we all human, but come on now, these people sick. You chose to do this shit. Like, you know, compared to, you know, like, okay, I can
Don't
go.
not help.
Right,
because you don't
exactly.
feel like it.
Right. Like, you can't
Why'd
just
you come
not
to work if you didn't?
Exactly. What you coming
Yeah.
here for? Like, you know,
Yeah.
you chose it. You went to school for this shit.
Since we on the topic, I feel like there are some professionals out there who haven't kind of trickled up and kind of just went straight into the profession, so to speak. So I'm a physical therapy tech, right? Which means I help help patients go through their exercises, help with modalities like ice and heat and stuff like that. I help clean the I help clean the clinic and all that stuff, right? So sometimes I feel like some therapists may feel like they're too good for those sort of duties, and it kind of ends up making me feel like I'm working for them rather than a company, or I'm working for them rather than working together. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what my position is, we're here to help the patient. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we got to do to make that happen, I'm down with.
Right.
Just don't make me feel like I'm a maid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's not what I came here to do. I actually came here to learn. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got time for me, then I might not have time for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
One band, one sound.
So no.
Teamwork. And then, I mean, it
Drumline
makes
reference.
If you don't know.
then, I mean, it makes the day go by smoother. Like,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
teamwork and stuff like that. Like, it really does. And one thing I can't stand is, like, knowing I have help, but they're not helping. You know, that's a pet peeve of mine. Because it's like, you could have stayed home. Because I know I could do it by myself. But knowing that I have help, but you're still not helping, it's like, okay.
Don't ask me to do something when I'm already in the middle of doing something that's already for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you're not gonna give me a piece of your check from what I'm doing for you if you're not gonna do it. So
Basically.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
For sure. For sure. So, I mean, like, everybody out there, just know that, like, there's some shit in the game.
Do your research.
Yeah, definitely do your research.
Learn your insurance.
We kind of shitting on insurance and the healthcare and everything right now. I'm a part of that, and I'm a part of the problem, but I'm also a part of the solution. We're just having a conversation to kind of inform and ignite some sort of
Knowledge
and thought process, so that you can
I'm an ad lib.
so that you can read your insurance card and know what you got before you decide to pay and it come out your monthly bill, and then you get sick and you're confused about why you had that copay.
Yeah, because there's so much information in medical things that people just have no clue about at all. It's like the law.
Yeah, and then the craziest part to me, bro, is like you have people that are working for these insurance companies that
All right, telling
are
them
probably like, huh?
Oh, sorry.
Are probably very intelligent people and like are very good at their jobs, but I had a client one time. She's an accountant, and she was really, really, really struggling with me as far as like kind of doing what I asked her to do in the gym. And I was just one day I was fed up with her. I'm like, hey, look, I would never come to your bank and tell you that these numbers look wrong and this is that wrong, and you're doing your job wrong, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So please give me the same respect when you're in here in the gym with me. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to insurance, I feel like I said, very smart people, but they don't have doctors in physical therapy, or they're not doctors, or they're not nurses, or they're not actively there with the patient. So how could they make the decision of like giving them more or giving them less when it comes to their care?
Yeah.
Knowing things when you really don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because at my job, like we don't bill at my job. We get that money up front. Like, even if they have a co-insurance, it's like, okay, we need our money and stuff like that. But if they was to call the insurance company would be like, yeah, tell them to bill it. Like, and it's like, oh, we don't do that. You know, so it's like, but the insurance company wouldn't know. They wouldn't know, like, oh, when you go here, they're definitely going to charge you. So, you know, they ain't going to send us no bill and stuff like that. They wouldn't know that. They would just be like, you know, a patient come up and be like, nah, I usually get billed. Okay, well, not today. Like, we need that money today.
Do you like prefer that, or would you like prefer billing?
To be honest, billing, you don't get your money.
Yeah.
Plenty of times, you see it, you go to the emergency room, you get a bill, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, next thing you know, like collections, like you're not even paying attention to it and stuff like that. And then plus it happened like so long ago and stuff like that. So I think it's really better to get the money up front. But it also depends. Like I feel like if they were like aware, like if like when we called them the day before, it's like, okay, remember, you haven't met your deductible, it's gonna be $110 tomorrow for your visit and stuff like that. I think that would be better for with the communication side, because it's hard sometimes when the patient comes in and they're like, and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be $110.
And like you at work, you like,
yeah, like yeah. And they like, and some of them be like, $110? What? I don't understand. But since I know the insurance, I'm like, okay, well, I can print it out for you. I can explain everything to you. Let me tell you why you paying $110 today. Yeah. And this is when you're gonna stop paying $110 and blase, all that stuff like that. But yeah, it's just some people I tell them, they like, whatever, pill a card, swipe. I'm like, okay. Like, cool, right? Like, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind those, of course, but them ones that be, what? Why? That's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because you're not even over that. Like, that's not on you.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm currently the messenger.
Right, and then after that, it's like, well, I ain't got it. Well, I'm gonna have to reschedule you. Yeah. What? Like, it's just a whole thing. But usually, once I say that, I'm gonna have to reschedule you. Right, you got it. Yeah, you had it. Like, like they pull out their money and stuff like that.
I feel so bad for my office coordinator, Alex. Alex, if you're listening, I'm talking about you. But
I hope you're listening, Alex.
Oh yeah. If not, well, as a matter of fact, Monday I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
So I feel so bad for her because sometimes I'm just fuck around in the office and she's like, oh, your copay is such and such, such and such. And they're like, you said, like, oh, I'm supposed to not pay anything. I'm not supposed to have a copay. And then she's like, well, because you didn't meet your deductible, this, and this, and this. And it's been times where she has been like fucked up emotionally because of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, you feel bad, especially you feel bad when it's like, especially when it's like older people, really old, really sweet, really older, and you like, you're not on Medicare A and B yet. Why? Like, you still got regular. Oh man, like now I gotta charge you this, and it's just like, man, like I feel bad, but like, hey, it's a business.
And then what happens next is, in that same moment, I'll go into the back of the gym where someone has plenty of visits, great insurance, but fucking complaining because they got new exercises.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Oh, Miss Betsy out here worried about how she gonna pay for her therapy, and your ass complaining about therapy? Like, come on, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, like, are you not trying to get better?
Like, you don't want to get better at all?
Yeah.
There was this one dude, HIPAA, I ain't gonna do it, but there was this one dude that was, like, really challenging us. Like, he was like, didn't I just do something like this? It's like, yeah, sir, but this one is more for this, this, and this. And, like, just, coming back at him. And he's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just do it, my nigga. Like, you work with robots and, like, computers and stuff. Like, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, this is my realm. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me.
I know this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, in different positions like that, y'all don't, you just wonder, like, all right, I'm not the person to talk to about this. I can't say yay or nay. I don't call the shots for you. That's the insurance you chose. You chose to come here, or they sent you here. So you got to take that up with who you dealing with, the people you work with, and even like for whoever you work for, the insurance they gave you. And you got to figure that out with them. And that puts stress on y'all as far as trying to have to deal with that instead of directly dealing with what you need to deal with as far as your work goes.
True.
So,
yeah.
I commend you both.
Thank you.
I commend you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. We got some plans after this.
We do.
I think that gets really close to a wrap. Ashley, is there anything like you can inform people about that will help them be able to figure out what they need to do to not be in that situation when they come in, or just have a better idea of everything they got going on?
Do your research on your insurance. Call them. You can call them all the time. You can go online. You can sign up for your insurance, and they usually, I know with my insurance, Cigna, I got an app for it, so I'm able to see everything: co-pays, claims, bills, everything. Like anything I need, I can even chat with somebody if I'm, feeling some type of way about it or whatever. And Know your doctors, know who you seeing. I think that's also good. Like, make sure your doctor is definitely in network with your insurance, because I don't know how many times that has happened. We done scheduled somebody and then they get a big bill later because their doctor wasn't part of, in their network and stuff like that.
On that point, can I say something real quick? My bad, I don't want to cut you off. Also, research your doctor, because I read an article. I don't know who wrote it, and I don't know when I read it. Just don't ask me about that. But I do know it said in that article, if you research your doctor and you like are more like blended when personality wise, or like you guys kind of I don't know what the word I'm looking for, kind of like work well together, so to speak. You like your doctor, that means you're much more likely to be like healthier, or
Just for having a better relationship.
Right.
With your healthcare physician.
Yeah, I stumbled all over that, and I'm sorry, but y'all know what I'm saying.
We're here to help.
But yeah, you do need to research your doctor. You just want to know who you're seeing, what you're getting into. I mean, you might go to a doctor thinking it's good, and they might be like, oh, okay, no, all I do is plant-based stuff. Like, you're like, oh, wait,
like,
what? Like, I ain't want to do that. I ain't want to change a whole, I just wanted to see what was wrong with this arm. Like, that was it. You telling me to change my whole life, So you really got to research your doctor. Know your insurance. Get to your appointments on time. And yeah, that's really it.
Nice. DJ, you got anything to add?
I think I said a little bit too much so far. So,
Hey, as long as we're not crossing any HIPAA violations.
Never that.
But thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I just want to say one thing too. Ashley and Janisa, y'all helped us out a lot this week. You don't even know. So that's all I gotta say.
Oh, you're welcome.
I agree. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another episode of Ideas Inspire Information. Till next time. Peace.
See ya.